It's day 3 of my thru hike. It's kind of a thru hike. It's more of a glamorous glamping day hiking sort of thing right now because at the end of every day my parents scoop me and then I get to have a hot meal and a shower, and it doesn't feel like thru hiking at all because it's very comfortable. So anyway, while I'm in this northern portion, my parents are around and hiking with me and picking me up and everything. So I'm really enjoying this while I'm up here, because once I get further in the south, will be more your traditional thru hike. So my dad just dropped me off where I got to yesterday in Seaside by the salt cairns, and I'm going to hike up to somewhere up there, I think where the road goes, and then we can start. We'll hike Ecola together. I think the animals got into the trash can. I'm not really sure how this happened.
I might walk slowly up the trail and getting kind of mosquitoes are landing on me.
So Ecola Park is the first place that we've had any elevation gain. So it's been really nice to use the quad muscles in a different way. This trail is tiny bit overgrown, but actually still really well maintained. But apparently this area is very prone to landslides, so frequently this trail is closed or under reconstruction, and they actually recently rerouted a large portion of it. In fact, with all the reconstruction, there's this possibility, that possibility, that's a no for sure, and then another possibility. I don't think they've really signed the adjusted trail yet, so we're a little bit of route finding. Also, there's not really any updated maps with topography that we could find, so we're just kind of gonna assume this is the one. That's where we came from. This looks good though.
Blackberries over there. Salmonberries turn red eventually.
How did you get up here? How did you do that? We're, I think, coming up to over the headland up at the top here, and the terrain is completely different. The trees have opened up, got a cool breeze, might be even close to being in the mists a bit. It's really nice and cool up here. Can't stop videoing these root structures. I mean, look at this. I can't even get it in my camera. Yeah. Like every one of these is bigger than the last one. Look at that. I'm gonna try to get the scale of this root structure. The area up here is so wet. I think we've just been walking in a cloud, and I think it is like this the majority of the time, maybe. I think it just never dries out. This is definitely the temperate rainforest kind of terrain. This is definitely my favorite part of trails so far. We're just up in the clouds. We're pretty close to the ocean here. I think there's a quite steep drop down that way. Scale. This is the hiker camp up in Ecola State Park. Be a really nice place to stay the night. Kind of wish I could stop here. It's an old war bunker out here. Not sure. So I just learned from another hiker that the lighthouse back there was turned, it was purchased and turned into a columbarium, where people could place urns and ashes, but unfortunately they didn't maintain it, and it's suffered a bit of weather damage, which I think is really sad. The area that we were just in, the hiker camp, was very, very popular. Apparently a lot of people do the 1 mile trek from Indian Beach up to the hiker camp and then out to the lighthouse trailhead. So we've been meeting lots of people. apparently this area is very popular with surfers. I can't stop videoing Indian Beach. It's one of the most beautiful beaches I've been on in Oregon. And I think as I go along this trail, the headlands that protrude out from the coast are probably going to be my favorite parts of the trail. Today is definitely my favorite day so far, even though it is day 3. What we're on right now is the new trail. After some landslides, I think back in 2015 or something, the trail used to go by basically the cliffs out there, but lots of landslides, and I think they repaired it a lot until finally this time they put the trail a lot further inland, and I think it was only finished fairly recently, and they've done a really good job with it, so good job, trail crew. Seeing the trail when it goes past the headlands and looks over the cliffs would be more dramatic, but I don't know how to describe it, but this forest is just very, very fun to walk through. It's very ferny and wide and open, and a lot of light and little mini flower meadows here and there. I don't know, it's just a really cool part of the forest. This is Point. We're stopping at Ecola Point for the day, and my mom will come pick us up. And then tomorrow I will do a 0 day and rest up my legs and do all of the research that I didn't do at all before this trail, because I did almost no planning or prep. That's because I started a couple days early so that my dad could hike with me on the weekends. So hopefully tomorrow I'll actually get my research and my tide charts and all of the maps that I needed downloaded to my phone, and anything printed, or all the preparation that I should have done earlier. And then I'll be ready to go. I didn't know seagulls did this. There was one that was flying kind of low, and it started using its foot to scratch its chin like a cat or a dog, very vehemently.